Hello, my name is Rachel Martinez and I am co-owner of a company called Healing Pack. We are a dog walking and training company based out of Los Angeles, California. I have been working with dogs professionally for over 15 years and I have walked thousands of dogs. Now, one of the main services that we offer, the one that makes us who we are, the Healing Pack, is pack walks. What is a pack walk? A pack walk is where you take a group of dogs and you create a natural, migratory, instinctual behavior for them where they are walking and migrating together through different environments so that they can bond socially, so that they can take in information about how to be in the world and how to create a connection with the leash and the human and the relationship between dog and human in general. Now, when I first started working with dogs, I didn't understand that not all dogs should go on pack walks. Now, pack walks are a very specific service where you need to have sociable, workable dogs in a group together that can be easily managed so that it's a positive experience not only for the dogs that you're walking, but for the people and the dogs that you're encountering in places where you're going and walking your pack. So how do you figure out if your dog is suitable for pack walks? Now, I'm going to be honest here. More often than not, most dogs don't need pack walks. Most dogs need relationship changes between the dog and the owner so that the dog understands how to be, how to feel when they're around the owner. When we go and assess a dog to find out if they are suitable for pack walks, we're looking for a couple different things. One, I want to see how sociable they are. Now, people might have differing opinions about this, but I feel pretty strongly in that if you have a dog who is intent on causing harm to another dog, they should not ever be on a pack walk, period. Whether or not you have the ability to manage them doesn't make it fair, doesn't make it right to other dogs who are sociable to be around a dog who could potentially be dangerous. When you have a dog who is looking to cause harm to another dog, many variables can trigger that behavior. There's only so much you can do between relationship and management to keep a dog who truly wants to hurt another dog from actually being able to do that, right? So you need to be able to meet a dog ahead of time before they're in your pack, before they're going on a pack walk. If you're a client, a person should be coming to your home and introducing your dog to other dogs to see what their temperament is like, to see if this is going to be a safe fit. Now, most trainers and walkers, we have our own dogs, and I'm going to tell you right now that in order for your dog to come out with my pack, they have to be good with my dog. So right there, then and there, because I have a dog that has very specific behaviors, my pack is not going to be for everyone, and that's okay. But I'm keeping that in mind when I'm bringing new dogs in. I need to see how they flow with the dogs that I already have in my pack. What is that new energy going to bring into my pack? What do they have to offer the other dogs? What do I have to offer them? Is it safe? Is it fun? Is it something that is enjoyable for not only the dog individually, but the pack as a whole? You know, it's really important the way the dogs move and work together in a social setting. I just want to be very clear here. Pack walks are a support tool. They are not a solution. They are not the way to socialize your dog if your dog has never been socialized. They are a way for your dog to socialize. They're a structured way for your dog to be around other dogs, to learn how to be calm, to learn how to self-regulate, to be able to move through situations easily because they have practice with good energy and direction and consistent timing. The second thing that I'm looking at when I'm approving a dog into the pack is how do they work on the leash. Now, I can tell you right now, there's lots of trainers who can take your dog from you, and whether or not you have a good relationship walking with your dog on the leash, the trainer can make it happen with the right tools, with the right relationship. That being said, some dogs need much more one-on-one time in order to be like in a relaxed, not stressed, easily workable state on the leash. Now, if this foundation hasn't been set, then you have no business bringing that dog into the pack. This is part of what your assessment should be about. This trainer should be coming to your home. This walker should be coming to your home and seeing what your dog looks and feels like on the leash, taking a moment to make sure that they're growing a bond before the pack walk even starts. Now, when I'm looking at workable, I'm looking at does the dog walk nicely on a loose leash? Is the dog easily to influence? Does the dog have a good connection to me? I'm looking at, is this dog going to be safe to walk in public? Like, if I have a dog who's super flighty and I plan on walking in a neighborhood, then I have to be aware that there's cars and there's other things that could potentially trigger a dog like that to panic, to move, to run away. And there's only so much you can do with your relationship when something instinctually triggers an animal. So you need to be prepared for all the different scenarios that could come up when you're bringing different energies into your pack. Now, coupling those two things together, many dogs have one thing or the other. Some dogs walk totally great and they're not consistently good with other dogs. Some dogs are consistently good with other dogs and they are wild on the leash and they need a lot of foundation setting, they need a lot of practice. That needs to happen one-on-one. So when I'm bringing out my pack and deciding who's going to walk together and where we're going to walk and how many dogs I'm going to take out, it's not random. And I hope that whatever walker or trainer that you're hiring, that it's not random for them either. It's very important that as pack walkers, we're only taking out a pack that we are fully capable of managing successfully to a very high standard. Pack walking is not easy to do. It takes a lot of work. It takes managing your own personal energy. It takes managing the energy of many different dogs from different homes. And you need to only walk places that are safe for you to do so. You need to make sure that you have room to adjust if you see other dogs, if there's other people, many other situations that can come up. You need to be able to manage your pack in lots of different ways. You need to feel confident in doing so. You don't want to be just hoping what if. And I sure hope that your walker is taking the time to make sure that this is a safe and fun environment for your dog to go out on when they're going on a pack walk. Some red flags that I would love to point out for you when selecting a pack walker. If you find that your dog fulfills those things, they're sociable with other dogs and they're workable on the leash, awesome. They're probably a good pack walk candidate. The one final thing that I would probably add into that is that in addition, they also need to be good riding in a car, because most dogs are going to have to be transported in a car together and traveling through the city while we're picking up the rest of the pack. So that's an added factor. I've totally turned dogs away if they get car sick easily, because that's not good for the dog, that's not good for the pack, it's not good for my car. It's like there's just a multitude of reasons why that's not the most compassionate choice, or why my specific pack wouldn't be compatible for that type of dog. So looking at all the factors, say the dog is good to go, it sounds like it's a suitable match, some things that we're watching out for that could potentially lead to your dog coming into harm's way. One, there's no assessment. There's no meeting your dog beforehand. There's no vetting process. This is really important. You want to make sure your dog is safe when they're going out in a group of multiple dogs, and there's going to be all sorts of different handlers and training strategies. You want to know who's walking your dog, and you want to make sure that they have the right energy. So you need to meet them before you're just sending out your most valued loved one into strangers' hands. 2, ultra low prices. Pack walking is a skill and takes skillful handling and requires experience. So be careful when someone's just trying to take your money and they're trying to take out a lot of dogs, quantity. They're not worrying about quality. These are the companies that are losing dogs, that are having dogs get injured. I can tell you right now, their insurance claims are much higher because they're not taking the time with the group of dogs that they have. You just really have to be mindful about what is the quality of the service that I'm calling in. Is this a fair price for what I'm actually getting from this? Another thing you want to watch out for is if there's no videos of your dog being walked anywhere. If no one's posting to social media, there's nothing on their website where you can actually see the quality of the walks, what your dog is actually experiencing, because not all pack walks look the same. Some pack walks can be very stressful on the dog if they're not done the right way. Really tense leashes, knotted leashes, dogs that are on too short of leashes that aren't allowed the space to spread out to be able to move away and closer to things based on what they're experiencing in the environment. Looking at things like the vehicle that the dog's being transported in. Is it safe? Is it kind to my dog? Is it comfortable in there for them? Are they being given the care that they deserve? Are they being offered water? Are they being worked differently on hot days than they are on regular days? There's so much to really look at to find a good pack walking service, and I just want to make sure that the information is out there, that you could really go through this list and check all the boxes and find the best service for you. Ultimately, every pack is different, every setup is different, there's lots of different energies, training methodologies, and we're in such a fortunate place right now that the market is saturated. There's lots of different services out there to fit your specific needs. So like, be particular, take the time, find the right one, ask to see footage of your dog on the walk, see what's being practiced. Make sure that your dog is being offered individualized care, even though they're in a pack setting. You know, there's just, as I said, an abundance of pack walking services, many who do a wonderful job. There are lots and lots of great pack walkers out there who really care about your dog and who want to help support you socialize and provide structure for your dog. Keep in mind, as I mentioned earlier in this video, pack walks are not the solution. They are not going to train your dog out of anything. It's likely not going to change much in your personal relationship with your dog. Your dog might act differently with your walker or trainer and then have the same relationship with you. I would be very careful in knowing that the dog needs to have an individualized training plan that looks at all their needs, and this one thing like pack walks is likely not going to be the solution. It can be a beautiful service when used appropriately. It's a great way for dogs to learn how to be calm around each other and get to do something instinctual that satisfies both the body and the mind. If you have any more questions about pack walking, I would love to answer your questions. I would really just like there to be a wealth of knowledge and resources about how to choose the right service for you, whether it's myself, another walker. There's tons of people we can refer you to. You can even just send us a contact form through our website and we'll help you find a walker or trainer for free. Every once in a while, we do have a hard time placing one, but we do our very best to have a very thorough referral program so that we can get the most dogs satisfied, fulfilled, happy in their families, and able to go out and be social with other dogs. I hope this serves you well, and again, drop a comment in the comment section below if you'd like to know more about pack walking or if you have any questions. Take care, guys.